Hello world, we are the Brother Floggers! And we have a special episode for you today. And today we're not focusing on a movie, we're focusing on something I like to call the top 6 sick and silly coronavirus conspiracy conjectures.
Nice.
That means theories. Yeah, there's so many wild theories and stuff going out there. We thought it'd be fun to focus on the most laughable ones.
Kind of the crazy ones out there that
the crazies are perpetuating.
Yeah, that's being sent out. Probably not by a lot of people, but some.
But there's probably one in your family.
Every family has one.
So for number 6, we thought the best laughable one was the coronavirus is killed by hand dryers.
This is, I guess they mean by the heat is what it kind of read.
I would assume so.
Is the heat from the hand dryer that was one of the theories out there that it would kill off the
You probably
germs.
have to have it on like max temperature though.
Yeah.
But, which means you don't even have to wash your hands, you just go in the bathroom and
just run the air. And then
coronavirus free.
Does that mean that a hair dryer would work? I could just hair dry my hands.
Yeah.
Be like, la 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 hair.
Maybe
la, la,
girls
hairs.
are less likely to get it because they blow
They
dry
blow
their hair
dry.
and all the coronavirus dies and falls off.
And they have coronavirus on their shoulders.
That's
like dandruff.
Like dandruff. Like
coronavirus dandruff
some
on
coronavirus
your
out
shoulders.
there? Ah, hand dryer.
Number 5 is that the Simpsons predicted it. Now,
Which they totally did.
Which I'm sure they did because they predicted Trump. But there's a 1993 episode from The Simpsons that is called Marge in Chains. And apparently they have a disease in there where it's similar. It's called the Osaka flu,
I believe. Yeah.
But it's a similar disease, but it comes from Japan instead of China. And so
Which are not the same.
Come to find out, they're different countries. They're not even close to each other, so you can't swim it. I don't consider that close.
But you could send a missile, so
you
that's
you
close.
could blow them up.
It's just a missile's throwaway.
But in this episode, apparently they get sick, and it's similar to the coronavirus. So there's theories out there that this is like the coronavirus prediction. This one's a little bit further off than like your Trump prediction that they made.
Well, most viruses, they more or less behave the same. And I mean, Contagion, and then there's a whole slew of movies that predicted
That's
it,
the thing,
right?
is this one is like, if you talk about a virus in the episode, then
they predicted it.
Predicted because it makes everyone sick and they have a cough and cold type symptoms.
Yeah. So for number 4, we found apparently some people believe that it's because the zodiac signs are out of harmony. So in China, 2019, the sign of the zodiac was the pig, and for 2020, the sign of the zodiac is the rat. The rat is always a little, overambitious. Those rats, they're always wanting to get a piece of cheese, or whatever. And so the transition between the pig and the rat is always bumpy. And so once the rat comes into full occupation, whatever, of 2020, when spring hits, then the disharmony will be gone, and we should cure the coronavirus.
So it's just all about just getting in harmony. So if that darn rat would do his job.
Yeah. Rats. Those 2019 pigs.
Number 3 is that alcohol can cure you from the virus. There was a guy who came out with this theory that if you mix 75% ethanol with methanol with a couple other things.
With a bunch of technical terms.
Yeah, that we don't even understand. Then you can get this mixture, this, what do they call it when they mix alcohol?
A cocktail?
Yeah, I don't drink apparently. You can get this cocktail of things that can cure the virus. So all these bars across the country were like mixing this stuff up and saying
they had the coronavirus cocktail and virus vodka. And,
which is probably great to hear for a lot of people.
The bar's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, so sit at home and be like, I'm curing the corona.
I think a Corona beer would have played off of that, right? And like, oh yeah, we'll boost sales.
And I'm really surprised I haven't seen Corona beer being advertised more with all the Corona stuff.
Yeah, I heard their sales actually went down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
People are probably afraid. That's probably another theory, is that Corona beer causes coronavirus.
Oh, of course. The same name. It's got to be the same. Except it's COVID-19.
Oh.
-19.
That's true.
Okay, so number 2. This one is that the coronavirus is actually caused by 5G internet. Which, I mean, it's self-explanatory, you know? 5G internet. I've got the virus!
Oh no!
But no, I guess it's the... You can actually explain this one better,
Yeah, so
I
this
think.
one is, the idea is that the frequencies from the 5G internet is causing oxygen to be affected. So you get oxygen deprivation, which leads to pneumonia. And then that's one idea. And then the other idea is that the DNA has this corona already in it. So the 5G frequencies activate what's already on your DNA to cause you to be sick. And there's this whole thing. There's this whole thing on Facebook, and they followed the mapping and where most 5G are, and that's because it's the higher populations.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. You know, it couldn't be that they're just closer together
more
and the
people
more
with
contact.
5G.
Yeah,
That one's
causation
kind of far-fetched.
or correlation.
Yeah.
But
I'm not a scientist who came up with that.
I don't know
theory.
how you cannot believe that theory.
In fact, it wasn't a scientist. It was a YouTuber, blogger person that came up with it.
Of course, just trying to make money.
Yeah,
Those Greek capitalists. No, just
Stinking YouTubers.
yeah, I can't stand it. Watch our channel. Like and subscribe. So number 1, this one, I couldn't believe it when I first heard it. But the number 1 theory we thought was the Chinese government created the coronavirus to kill off pensioners so they don't have to pay pensions to old people in China.
Because there's such a deficit in the money, obviously, in China that they can't afford, because there's so few young people, to pay all the old people as their population is increasing. So this was the secret theory or method to kill them all off.
To eliminate that portion of the population. And of course, their population is like most countries where it's kind of becoming an inverted triangle. There's a lot more old people than young. So it's unsupportable. So we'll just kill them off. So the Wuhan flu, I mean, the Chinese flu, I mean, the coronavirus, I mean, COVID-19-19.
Whatever you want to call
Oh
it.
my goodness. What are you, yeah, the Trump flu. So, hope you enjoyed our list of the top 6 sick and silly coronavirus conspiracy conjectures. Whoa, I'm like tired after saying that.
That was exhausting. You did really good though.
Thank you. Be sure to like and subscribe to get more videos like this and other great movie reviews. And let us know in the comments below if you've heard any super crazy coronavirus conjectures yourself that we didn't cover in this list that you think are laughable or plausible, but most likely laughable. Thanks, and we'll see you next sickness.
Next plague?
Next plague?
Not soon.
Next pandemic? Unless you're dead.